All right, guys, welcome back. Christian Griffith, Pride Roofing and Construction. I'm really excited to bring to you our 25th episode. We've been bringing these to you every week for 25 weeks. We've gotten a lot of good feedback. We've gotten a lot of good interaction. I'd love to hear more questions, more input, more engagement, so please like and subscribe. I'll say that again at the end of the video, but I'm pretty psyched about this one. Tune in. So today we're going to be talking about the power of saying no and why that's important. Now, let's talk about the theory about the woman in the wet red dress. Most of you guys watching this video have probably seen The Matrix, and if you haven't, you're missing out on one of the greatest, level up type of videos in cinematography history. But there's a sequence of times where Neo enters the Matrix, or somebody enters the Matrix, and it's a computer program, and there's always a woman in the red dress that pops up. Right? And why do they input this into those scenes? And why is it I'm bringing it up right now? The woman in the red dress is supposed to be a diversion, right? It's supposed to be something seductive, something that's attractive, something that takes his mind off of the mission or the thing he's trying to learn. And he focuses his time thinking about the woman in the red dress. And generally, the agents, it's not Mr. Anderson, right? Mr. Anderson, right? The agents pop up and bam, simulation over, right? So what is that? How can we apply this into business? Why am I even talking about this? In business, just as in life, occasionally the woman in the red dress shows up, right? And why does she show up? And what forms does she take in business? Generally, when you're an entrepreneur, when you're building a business, there are things that are just absolutely tearing you apart. Stress is eating you alive. There's anxiety. There's a lot of risk associated with what you're doing. You've bit off a lot. You're serving those things, but it's taking everything out of you in order to complete the task. And the only ones that do complete the task are the ones with that intestinal fortitude. We talked about this early on in these videos. But you just got to do it. You got to grit and bear it. Now, occasionally something pops up and it looks so enticing to you that it takes your focus, right? It takes everything away. I've seen this happen a number of times in our history, and I'll be honest with you, in Pride Roofing and Construction, there's been occasions where we have definitely taken our focus and put it over there because we thought that this was going to be our leg up. This is going to be our win. This is the thing we've been looking for. It's our opportunity to make it to the next level, increase our revenue, and all of a sudden we're in it. That was the thing that was going to fix all of our problems, right? Every single time this red dress opportunity showed up, it was too good to be true. It was pitched to us in a way that was enticing, it was seductive, it was attractive, and as we got further and further along, it turned out that it was impossible for us to complete this task, or it was just never really something to begin with, and we were being fooled in one way, shape, or form. Now, what did that do for us as we were growing? Generally, we were on a mission. We were putting in the man hours, we were making sure that we were digging in, we were focused on our goal, we were doing the processes, we were creating the automations, we were evolving. And all of a sudden we looked over here and our path went this way as our business was going this way. Now the business slowed and slowed and slowed, and our trajectory started going down because we were focused on this thing that we thought was going to bring us up to this next level, right? It takes away opportunity, it takes away your focus, and in business, there's a lot of common sayings. I might bring this up in another video down the road, but better is boring, right? But better is better than new, right? When you try to bite off something that's new and you try to jump into something that's new, you're not perfecting the one thing or the series of things, whatever it is that's your service that you're trying to provide in your entrepreneurial endeavor. You're taking away your focus here, so it stops evolving and you start putting it here. And if we look at it like it's like a 2-liter bottle, and you only have so much investment, so much liquid inside that bottle, no longer are you pouring all that liquid into one thing. You're pouring a quarter of it here and a quarter of it here and a quarter of it here and a quarter of it here. And it just really takes your pace away. And all of a sudden you've grown nowhere in 4 different directions and you don't know where to go from there, right? So in business or just in life, saying no is a powerful tool. Is saying no hard? Yes, it's very hard. And it's even harder when it looks so enticing and seductive that it's gonna fix all your problems. Saying no because it's too, you have that feeling in your gut that it's too good to be true. Trust that. It probably is too good to be true. I said this a long time ago, don't grow too big for your britches. If this is an opportunity that's well outside of your scope, outside of your capacity for business, even if you did take it and it was a good opportunity, you're probably gonna screw it up. You're probably not gonna nail it. And all of a sudden, you've invested a bunch of time in something that gives you no return and you forgot all about the reason that you were here in the first place. And you are further and further and further down in that hole when all you really need to do is focus, grit and bear it, and move forward. Trust me, whoever it is that's watching, every level you take your business to, you will create opportunities and you will see more and more women in the red dress, right? You'll see more and more of these seductive opportunities in front of you. And the thing about it is, every level you grow, the bigger the opportunity, the bigger and more beautiful, right, if we're gonna stick to that, the woman in the red dress becomes. You have to learn to say no and keep focused on your task. If you start looking around, if this was war and you're not paying attention to the mission at hand, chances are you're gonna be taken out of the game. And in that, you lose your life. In this, you lose your livelihood, right? You lose your ability to run this business because you're distracted by something that's too good to be true, or it's too big above the britches that you've built so far. Right? So let's summarize this. Let's bring it back to whole. Learn to say no. Learn boundaries within your business. You always want to test your boundaries. You always want to grow. You want to create a bigger boundary around you. That's the purpose of business, is to create something that's affluent and it's big. But it doesn't happen overnight. And if it seems like it's going to happen because of this opportunity, cut the head of the snake. Say no. You might feel bad for a minute, but it's gonna feel a whole lot less terrible than losing your business altogether because of the distraction that you let yourself fall into. So this is Christian, Pride Roofing and Construction, Business Lessons. Thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you that have watched all these videos, that was number 25. We don't intend on stopping them anytime soon. We're gonna bring them to you every single week. As always, please engage, please subscribe to the channel, listen to these things. You know, I don't even care if you're a competitor watching these videos and you just want to get better because I'm bringing you some good information, right? I want you guys to give me some questions, give me a little bit of engagement, tell me what you want me to talk about. I'll research it if I don't know. If I don't know enough to research it, I'm not going to bring it up. You know, I'm going to put my time and attention, due diligence into this, but please engage in this content. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Again, Pride Roofing and Construction, thank you for tuning in. Catch you on the flip side.